Welcome to the class of today. And today we're starting on the first sound, how to bring up the first sound of the Native American flute. So let me start to tell you right away that every instrument has a bass tone. In the case of the flutes, for you to have the bass tone, we cover all the holes, and the sound will come through the ending hole, and that's the bass tone of the flute. More ahead, I will give you a place to download the tuner so you can know and check the pentatonic scale and the bass tone of your own flute. So, very important, the first sound that we take, you already learned the basics of the anatomy of the flute. It's very important that the totem, it's not covering the second hole, it's right on the starting point of the second hole. It's also very important, and you have learned that also, how to put the hands on covering the flute. So when we are beginners, sometimes we cannot cover very well the holes, and we tend to put like this the fingers. But it's not like that. It's normal that we do a bit more tension in the beginning, that with time, as we are practicing, we will get much more comfortable on that. But remember, the fingers, they rest on the holes. They are not very pointed, because like this you don't have the surface enough to cover the whole holes of the flute. So the sound of the flute needs to be clean and perfect. Also, the pressure of the breath, it's not very intense. It's a very calm and natural breath. Let me do it the correct way. So when I cover all the holes, the 5 holes in this case, if there was 6, I would cover the 6. This is the sound I want to get out of the Native American flute. It's not, that's too strong. So it needs to be gentle, the air. The pressure of the air is helped by the diaphragm. More ahead, I will give you exercises for you to train and to get more strength in your diaphragm. If you're playing the flute for the first sound, and the first sound is like this, one of the holes is not well covered, and this happens a lot in the beginning because you cannot see the holes and you think they're covered, but there's a little space that it's not well covered on the holes of the notes on the flute. So if it is not well covered, it will do a sound that it's not pleasant. What to do in this case is that, imagine I have this sound, I'm gonna rotate my fingers and my hand so I can adapt to the holes. And I'll try again. So now I have the correct sound. Not too much air, all the holes are well covered. If I still cannot bring sound, I will gonna bring up one on one finger, so when the hole that was not well covered will show itself, and now I know the finger that I need to work more. Let me give you an example. I'm gonna put the third finger, we already gave numbers, so the first one, second, third, I'm gonna put the third finger badly covering the hole, and the other's good, okay? So the sound won't be good. I try to move, but still it's not working. So I'm gonna start getting up the first one. Now I know it's this one because the sound it was corrected after I bring up this finger. So, if you cannot arrange it by moving the fingers, and if you can see my hands are not like this, I rest on the holes. And I'm going one-on-one to find out which finger is not well covered. So, if you are covering well your finger holes on the flute, you should have this kind of a sound.